Hey guys, sorry about last week. I hope you all had a very, very happy Thanksgiving. I was busy with a few outreach events with my church, so I had other stuff to tend to. So I'm back, and now I am going to get into some architecture. Now you're probably wondering why I look different, and I'm just really bad at time management at the moment, so it's a different day. Anyway, like I said, we're gonna get into some architecture. So let's dive in. So this is some of my first year stuff, and I must warn you, Pratt is an art school, so they're not so focused on like showing you how to design actual buildings, but more like conceptual things. So bear with me. First year was kind of a blur just because they made us kind of go through like a joinery kind of thing, and basically all of our designs were based on joinery, and what we had to do was come up with a joint, and that also like kind of explored space. So I might be making a lot of this up because it's been 5 years. So here's one of my pieces. If you see, it kind of looks like some sort of building or something. But basically, what you do is joints, right? So that slides out. So I haven't touched this in a while. Dust actually came out of it. So that piece slides out, and then you kind of have to wiggle one of these pieces up. Like I said, it's been a while. So once you, okay, I don't want to break it either. Okay, so that part slid up, went up, and then comes out. So that sort of movement, when I did that, I think one of my professors was like, "Oh, that's kind of sexy." So if that's what you're into, well, I guess it can be somewhat provocative. So that's that. And then it comes apart like that on the other end, and that's that. One thing is you'll notice, I'm still getting used to my camera, you'll notice that there's a barcode on this. That was a big no-no. That kind of got me, well, I guess it was a sketch file. So, in the future, everyone was like, no, you can't put barcodes on your models. It's, not clean or whatever. I don't care. So yeah, that's some of my first year stuff, and I have some third year stuff. I'm skipping my second year at the moment just because a lot of it is like digital work, so I'm probably going to show that to you guys later on. And here's some of my, no, I lied. I have second year stuff. Third year stuff is, okay, so I am going in order. Okay, so second year. Second year stuff. We were asked to build, better looking models, and I tried. I don't know which one to show you first. I'll show you guys this. So this kind of looks like a mess. I wish I had a black background to show this to you guys. But basically what it was a kind of a two-story spatial exploration. First story, second story. It's supposed to, and then these boxes are actually supposed to represent like floor areas. Yes. So floor areas, and then some are transparent, some aren't. Here's a closer look. I'm sorry, I'll come up with a better way of showing this to you guys in the future, but you can kind of get the gist of it. It looks like a mess, but on the side view, it looks somewhat better defined, and then from top view, obviously if you overlay two floors on top of each other, it's going to look a little messed up. So that's that. It's kind of coming apart through the years. And this actually I like the most out of what I've done in second year. Actually, it's broken now. Kind of sucks. But yeah, it's like a lot more chaotic than the first one. Just because I felt, this was a more based on like intuition and less so on like conventional orders and rules. So same principle, just I totally kind of threw gravity out the window and went with like a more sculptural piece, maybe. Yeah, I'm trying to say I'm a sculptor. I'm not. Basically, just defining space, exploring space through, structure and voids and solids and planes and all that good architecture stuff, the stuff that you almost never really use in the real world, but it looked good. This, kind of looked good for a presentation. It was in better shape, it's kind of broken here, but yeah, so yeah. So that's about all the work I have to show you for now. I know a few questions were asked in the past about like whether or not something becomes exciting if it's work or if it's just something you do for fun. I think a lot of things what I did during school was I took a lot of it as just fun. It's supposed to be fun, and I wasn't really working towards like a grade per se, and basically I just winged a lot of stuff, and which is probably why I didn't get A's. I didn't suck up to the professor in any way. I didn't alter my designs just to fit what they wanted. I basically kind of did what I wanted, added a bit of their their critiques here and there, and then that was pretty much it. So I think as soon as you make it like, oh, this is about school, I gotta do better, I gotta whatever, you're gonna mess up, and you're gonna be stuck in a rut for a really long time. So all you young aspiring architecture students, if it's your first year, second year, or whatever, and you're thinking about dropping out, it's probably because your professors are just being total jerks, and it's all part of the program. So which is why I got out of it. I don't want a part of that anymore. Yeah, so where was I going with that? I'm trying to think of if you have any questions. Can't think of any. I should probably write them down. Well, anyway, okay. So next video, I'll probably address some of the older things, or if there's new things during this week. And I hope you guys had a good Thanksgiving. I just burped. Excuse me. And good Thanksgiving. See you guys next week. Maybe I'll have some third year work. If you have any questions, comment box. Yeah, digital work next week. See you guys.